Hello Commandos, welcome back to another 20 minutes of gameplay. Today we're going to take a look at The Last Federation, a great 2D strategy title with turn-based combat and incredible depth. Last week The Last Federation had a free patch which upgraded the game to version 3, but also a new DLC called Lost Technologies, which adds a ton of cool new stuff to the base game, such as new technologies for the races and the player, but also a new game mode. Let's not waste any more time and go ahead and start a new game. When you first start playing The Last Federation, you can go with Quick Start, which is something like a tutorial mode, and it will teach you the features of the game and how to use them properly. Most of the features will be locked, but slowly as you reach certain points they will be unlocked and they will give you hints of how you can use them to your benefit. We're gonna choose an advanced start, and here we can build the world any way we like. We can even choose Iron Man and other options. And if you have the Lost Technology DLC, you can choose to play the game mode that is called Tech Race, and it has as an objective to research all of the technologies before any other race. We're gonna go with the standard gameplay, the standard game mode, which asks you to form a federation. I have to say before we start that this is not your typical strategy game. You're not gonna colonize a planet, a place, and start building troops in order to destroy your enemies. You are the only survivor of your race, and you have as a goal to bring peace in the solar system, and in order to do this, in order to achieve this, you want to form a federation with the rest of the races so you can unite them or simply destroy everyone else. So let's go ahead and start. Every time you start a new game, you will start with a short combat session that will introduce you to the combat gameplay of the Last Federation, and which is absolutely amazing. You have some options here, you have some tools at your disposal. So for example, you can choose to put more power on shield, weapons or speed. This will help you follow certain strategies and try to take down your enemies. If we hover above our enemies, we can see for example that they are weak in certain weapons, in certain damage. This Velociter type A is weak to the minigun mostly, and we can use that weapon in order to destroy it. Something I have to mention is that this Flagship is the only unit that you can directly control throughout the whole game. There will be combat missions that you will have allies with you, but you can only control this one Flagship. We also have certain abilities we can use in order to take advantage of any situation and help us deal with our enemies. And this is a turn-based combat system, but it's different from other games. You don't give an order to your unit, wait for the enemy to move, then you do the same, etc, etc, etc. You give the command, a move command and an attack command, and then every unit in the battlefield plays together. It is very interesting and very well made. So let's go ahead and give a move command over here, and now we can give an order to attack one of these enemies. We're gonna attack this one. It is, like I said, weak against minigun. We can choose the minigun or the energy blaster or the gravity lance, the three weapons that we are equipped with at the moment. Let's choose the minigun, and of course we have the option to have auto fire enable, attack a certain enemy. This is what we're going to do. We're going to attack this one over here, fire at a certain point, or hold fire, don't fire at all. We're going to attack at this one over here and try to destroy it. Let's continue until we can kill them. One is down. These are vulnerable to energy blasters. So let's go ahead, choose the energy blaster and try to take them down. Every combat will have a different objective. So for example, now we have to kill these two remaining Flagship, or we can try to dog with a survey platform. We will focus on destroying these two. Let's change back to the minigun. Finish the mission and go home. Start the game actually. That's it. Very easy, very fun. Later combats will be a lot more difficult and a lot more complex. And after you finish, there will be stats of how your influence with a certain race has increased or decreased, and in general what happened. There are 8 other races in the solar system, and you have to manipulate them in order to achieve your goal, in order to help them, and then they can help you. You can help them progress with the technologies. You can help them progress by battling their enemies, and of course later they will help you research new technologies and form the federation and possibly win the game. So what we have to do now is choose which one of these races we want to help first and increase our reputation with them. The Akutians at the moment can travel to the stars, have the ability to build spaceships and move around. The others don't have that ability yet, but we can choose one of these and give them that gift that will make them friendly to us, and of course that will have certain benefits. There are events happening, and they will appear whenever you play the game. You can take advantage of them. You can go to where they are found. So for example, if we find a technology that is only for us, that is unique to us, we can go to the certain world and initiate a new combat mission and achieve that goal, gain that technology and become stronger. There are of course a ton of tabs that we can pick and see a lot of great information, a lot of valuable information about the world and the different races. Let's go here, planet details. It will tell us the details of the planet that we are at the moment, and owner details, location details, population, current constructing, everything we need to know about a certain world. During the game there will be missions, so if we accept this quest and complete it, it will have a positive impact to our influence to Andors. They will change from neutral to trusted. We will gain credits. Credits are very important because this is what we need in order to do certain acts, in order to manipulate the other races. And let's accept it actually. Begin quest, and it will take us to a new combat, a new battlefield, and we have to reach the drop zone to make your delivery. We have to go, where's the drop zone? There's the drop zone. So our goal here is to reach the drop zone. We don't really have to fight anything or destroy anyone. Let's try and get in there as fast as possible. Let's follow this route. Of course we can fire and try to destroy everything that is on our way. It will be good to try and avoid the enemies firing at you. Like I said, there are a number of different objectives. Every time. There it is. That was an easy mission. End combat. Stats of the mission. And also we can now start building our relationship with the Andors. Let's go to friendly acts. We can deliver spacefaring tech and give them the opportunity to start building spaceships and travel around the solar system. We are gonna do that right now. Again, combat phase. It is very important, although the base game will be played on the map, on the solar system map. It is very important to do combat as well. It is a vital part of the game. So we have to reach this drop zone again, deliver the technology and get out of here. It's an easy map. Usually these probes are closer to the drop zone, and this can make our life a lot harder, but this time that was an easy map.
The Andors are now spacefaring. Their benevolent nature may make them a source of help. The burlesque warlords are now spacefaring. Extreme caution is advised. They seem likely to take their constant internal wars to the solar stage.
And there is of course this AI voice which will make fun comments every now and then. It is quite enjoyable. Now that we have given to Andors the ability to fly to the stars, they are friendlier to us, and they can help us achieve our goals. We also have a lot more options to interact with them. So for example, there are the friendly acts, where we can aid them with a number of different situations. We can improve the local environment, assist the economy, law enforcement, help them build a fleet, or we can even gift them technology. This will increase our influence to them, execute deal, and random technology. We can hire scientists from black market and construction workers that will help us when we try to build something to help this race and build something. It will be nice to hire diplomats in races, in the worlds of races that you want to work with. And of course, we can research new technologies. We can do a cooperative research with the others. We can choose the technology we want. Let's go for this one: planet improvement, wireless communications. Take the action. And for 3 months, we won't be able, 3 in-game months, in a couple of seconds, some seconds, we won't be able to play the game, but that doesn't matter because the solar system is alive. The different races in the solar system will continue playing, will continue evolving. Let's take the action. Of course, this is where the fast forward helps. And our dispatch has been completed. We have gained some credits, and our influence with others has been improved. A lot of new events are happening. We can take notes of them. We can try to take advantage of them if we want. Some other things I would like to show you. This is the tech progress, the technology that we have learned, and we can learn. Some are not available from the beginning, others are, and we can work with arrays in order to learn them. And of course, we can then go to someone else and share them with them. And customize Flagship. What I said before, we can choose which weapons we want to have equipped on our Flagship and which abilities we want to have on our Flagship. And of course, we can go later. We can start finding new abilities, new technologies that will give us abilities, and use them to our benefit. The goal of the game is, like I said, to form a federation and unite the solar system. There are of course hostile acts. If we don't like a certain race, we can go to their homeworld and start an orbital bombing or poison their population. Later we can spread the disease and try to kill them. We can initiate wars. We can try to make a race hate another race, and we can do a lot of nasty stuff in general. Every time you play the game, the map is different, the races occupy a different type of world, and this increases the replayability of the last federation because the races are more compatible with certain types of planets. So for example, this race here, the Evox, are very compatible with this planet. In general, if the compatibility is more than one, the race will grow faster and will help you more in your objectives. A vital part of the last federation is the political system. Every race has its own political system. The Evox have their elders, the council member, and we can talk with them in order to achieve some goals, make some deals. Other races have different political systems. So if we go to the Burlast, they have warlocks, and since they are a warlike species, they will listen to us if we kill some of their warlocks. Yeah, different races, different systems. Let's take a look on the Federation. On this playthrough I have formed the Federation with the Evox and the Peltians, and we can try to convince the rest of the races to join us, or if they decline, we can convince the Evox and the Peltians, our friends, to go and destroy them. It is a very interesting game, and the strategy gameplay as well as the combat gameplay are great. They have a lot of fun. It is very entertaining, and the depth of the strategic gameplay is incredible. Like I said before, the more you play, the harder the game becomes. The combat is more complicated. Let's go and take a look on this one. Help raid pirate convoy for loot. Take action. And we're gonna go with our allies, and our objective here is to loot this pirate convoy. So let's take a look on their stats. As you can see, their shields and their hulls are a lot stronger. Energy blaster. Let's go ahead and choose the energy blaster, change fire at selected ships, and go. It's time to use one of our abilities. Afterburner will help us, will protect us from incoming fire, but will also give us a boost on our speed. And now we will be able to go faster and deal with the enemies. There are different objectives. We don't have to kill everyone, we only have to kill the freighters, these 4 freighters, which are vulnerable to the minigun. And this is what we are going to do. Let's give the order. Go to the minigun and kill them. It will take a while. We can use every ability we have if we want. So for example, overcharge generator, massive boost to all power, that's not gonna help us now. Deploy a squadron of 15 Raptor Lancers. Let's do that. And they will help us with the attack. Combat will be harder later in the game, and you will have to think twice your actions. As you can see, there is mayhem here. We'll have to get out of there for a bit and try to survive before we can kill and complete our objective. Thankfully we will have allies, and they will help us. Okay, it's almost destroyed, this freighter. Let's try to take it down. 2 freighters remain. Of course our shields are going down. Let's put some more power on the shields and maybe on the speed as well. Try to take down the remaining freighters and go forward. Yeah, and let's use this ability as well. It will help us complete our goal. Of course, if we use it, it will consume our turn, but that was for good purpose. Only one left. As you can see, it's a bit harder. Let's use some abilities and try to save our flagship. If we lose the flagship, we die, but depending on the game mode, it will either take you later, you will have to recover and come back some months later, or if you are playing on Iron Man, then you will die. The freighter is almost down. Let's use the minigun again. Focus on it. There it is, we won. So this was the last Federation. Ton of fun, if you ask me, especially in manipulating the other races and trying to do whatever you want them to do. I definitely recommend this game. It's a lot of fun and you won't regret it. Thank you very much for joining me watching this video. I'm Squid of Love, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.